What's up, you hack monkeys? We're back here at Spud Run Golf. Early start on this beautiful Saturday morning here at Spud Run Golf. Today's episode, we've got several things to do. Let's go over them right now. As we waited on darkness to lift this morning, I wanted to go ahead and adjust my bed knife, and we're going to backlap that Toro Greensmower Flex 21 to try to get that height a little bit better. It's really struggling. I stuck a piece of paper in it, wouldn't even cut that paper. So now we're going to get that thing to where it really needs to be. So we're going to mow the green, we're going to mow the fairway, and most importantly, we've got to get some sand. We're going to top dress that green. Here's the kicker, guys. I really want to aerate that thing. I know there's been some comments whether I should or should not. Aeration on that green today is going to depend on if I can get the appropriate aerator. So I don't have an aerator. I would have to rent one or borrow one from a golf course. The guy at the golf course I talked to, his is tied up today. So plan B is to actually rent an aerator that is traveled with the aeration spikes. So that's how it actually progresses forward. You know, on a golf course, they have the ones that go up and down. Your conventional yard aerator travels by that time, those spokes. I'm still trying to investigate what damage that will do by using that self-propelled aeration machine. So we're going to find out more about that later. Right now, we're back on this Toro Flex, getting it sharpened, getting the bed knives adjusted. Spud Run Golf. Beautiful Saturday, guys. All right, you hacks, we're getting ready to do this, all right? We're going to backlap this thing. We've got our backlapping compound here, 120 grit. We've got our drill. It's not sharpening, so to speak, but it is cleaning them up so it will cut better. And I know this is probably something everybody knows, but a reel mower actually cuts the grass clean. So if it gets dull, or the bed knife, if it starts getting a little gap in there, it's going to try to just shred it, pull it. It's kind of like a rotary mower. As those blades go around, it just chops it. Microscopically speaking, it shreds the grass tip, the blade, which in turn makes it harder for that grass to heal, makes it less healthy of a plant. So this is by far the best way to cut. So we're just going to brush this on the reels, and then we're going to reverse it. Let's go. I've done that for about a minute and a half, minute 40 seconds, and I can tell a huge difference. Now I'll just clean those up a little bit, and while I have it here in the shop, before we go back and mow, I'm gonna go ahead and check our height, get our gauge out, and make sure side to side we're cutting the same height. Double check, I think the last time we dropped it, we were down around 0.22 on our height. We'll check that out, maybe drop it to 0.2. Mower maintenance is almost done. We're ready to go out in the field. Still some fog, but here in a minute that fog is going to burn off. It's going to be golf course time, guys. Spud Run Golf. There's where we're at, 0.18. According to the USGA, that's your average height to cut a golf green. So we're not there, but we're getting closer, guys. We're getting closer. Man, we just made this thing look so pretty. It's a nice 1,800 square foot backyard golf green is looking pretty daggone good. I feel good about it. However, it's time to wreck it. We're going to put about 2 skid loader buckets of sand on this thing, broom it, rake it, water it. It's what we call top dressing, and we're doing that a couple times a year. This will be the second time this year I've done it. This brand new surface, well, I guess 1 year old, It's pretty young. It's bumpy. And this is something golf courses do every year. Even if you've got an established green, you still got to do this. Now, most golf courses don't have to do as heavy as we need to do it now because we're dealing with some settling issues from that subgrade. Even though we tracked it in, we packed it in, you've still got pockets here and there it's not how it needs to be. So this is the time of year when the grass is aggressively growing, when it's got its best chance of recovery. We're gonna get this wet sand, move it around, let the wind and sun dry it out, come back in a couple hours, move it around some more, and once I feel like it's dry and it's as good as it get, then we're gonna water the piss out of it. I got 2 boys that just came by in a golf cart. 2 of my boys, I got 4 boys. 2 of the middle ones, they're up in the woods checking trail cameras. We've got 140 acres here and they love hunting. So they're hot on a couple nice bucks here in southern Ohio. When they come back through, I'm gonna snag them up and give them a shovel. Old Dad knows what he's doing now, come on. That's about 1 skid loader bucket. That's a big Mondo skid loader bucket for the 333G, John Deere for the win. So as you can see, it's already drying out. So as it dries out, I can broom it in better. When it's wet, it just wants to drag and clump up. Well, I feel like the hard part's done. We got all this shoveled, 1 skid loader bucket and 3 full golf cart loads. So a good bit of sand. I'm worried about some spots around the edge. It's pretty deep, maybe up to 3/4 inch deep, just in some narrow spots around the edge where it dipped off. I'm hoping that bit of grass will pop up through those thicker spots. We'll see on that. So I'm gonna keep going around with that broom over the next hour and a half probably, sweeping it as it dries. It sweeps better, levels out. Now I know some of you guys have your own backyard golf greens. I know you know more than me. That's fine with me. I'm learning. So if you got any ideas, leave a comment or shoot me an email. My email will be down in the comment section. I almost got one of those rakes. I know somebody's gonna say you should have got the leveling rake. It's like an aluminum rake. It's made for something like this. And I meant to get one, I just didn't get around to it. So I'm improvising with the big wide push broom and the tools we have on site. So we're gonna keep doing this and we'll see you guys in a few. You can see around the edges, that's where it's thicker. There's some low spots here and there. That's the spots I'm worried about coming in. So this is Saturday. I'll come back probably tomorrow night, broom it and do it again. And I think with the conditions we have right now, this grass is gonna pop right up through the sand. Hopefully on the edges too over here. And it should make for a nice, well, let's say it should make for a lot nicer putting surface than what we had this morning. Sometimes you gotta tear shit up to get a better end result, and I'm hoping that's the case today, guys. All right, you hack monkeys, where are we at now? A very productive day here at Spud Run Golf, our little golf hole in our backyard. Let's go over what we had, and there's a couple things I want to talk about here at the end. The green mode, we got that Toro, we got it backlapped. It's cutting really nice. We did not aerate, and here's why. Because I think there's a couple questions I can spearhead, so you don't have to ask them in the comments. But I like comments, don't get me wrong. We did not aerate because it doesn't get traffic. I just felt like it was so soft. We didn't have thatch yet. Somebody mentioned the comment before, so I think that was the right call. And I couldn't get the correct aerator today also. So some things added up. So we just top dressed. Okay, we'll call it a win. I think that's good. Hopefully this recovers. With the beauty of YouTube, I won't do this video for another week or so, so I'll show you at the end of this video how this comes along in the next week. Second question, why such a cheap beer? Well, you got a golf green, you got to drink cheap beer. Come on. I earned that beer today, guys. Don't yank my chain on that. I earned that beer. Another good point that somebody has the right to bring up, rightfully so. Why did I take that effort today to work on that mower? Because this new sand, when I mow it Monday night, it's going to be chewing that sand up. Well, it was really, really bad. It was pulling the grass. It was shredding it. So that needed done. So at least we got the bed knife in correct correlation with the reels. Maybe another week or so, once that sand kind of dissipates, gets down in the grass, down on the bottom, I'll do that again. I'll backlap it one more time. And then going into winter, we're actually going to do an overhaul on that little Toro mower. I really like to see you guys commenting on these videos. I've mentioned it before. It does a couple things. One, it encourages me. I'd love to see the people that's got the same passion I got. There's several people that have backyard golf greens, so I'm not the only one that has it. I'm fortunate enough to have a little more space where we can spread out with the par 5s and par 4s and stuff like that. But it's just, if you got a 10 by 10 in your backyard, we're all going through the same stuff. We're learning. Does it make sense? Probably not. You look on some of these golf forums and stuff, most people say just put in artificial turf. That's a great point. So a real golf green in your own backyard, a real golf hole, it's more than just the prestige of having one. It's the stuff you're going to learn. It's the journey you're going to take. It takes gumption, lots of gumption, kind of some money to keep it going. But it's a great journey. It's truly enjoyable every step of the way so far. I hope to retire one day and continue to make it bigger. You know, right now with limited work and what we have, I can only commit so many hours to this like most of you can. Now when I retire, maybe I won't feel the same way, but if I could retire right now, I would do so many more things with this. I would go with bent grass tee boxes. Who knows what the future brings? I told you guys I would show you this green in a week. All right, it's been a week. I'm gonna show you the green, but don't leave yet because I'm gonna show you a preview of what's gonna come up on the next episode. I've got a chance to flip a quarter to play Augusta National. That is a 100% true story. I think it's looking great. I will say these edges, it's not poking through at all. So those edges we're gonna have to reseed. But we're gonna call this video, this top dressing, a success. I thought it's coming back beautifully. It's actually 6 days. I'm lying to you, it's 6 days. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did I do the right thing? Are we on the right track? Do you like Spud Run Golf? So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for playing with the Spud Run Golf. Over and out. Coming up in the next episode of Spud Run Golf, one of my good buddies has an opportunity to take himself and one more partner to play Augusta National. Not to watch, to go and play. He's narrowed it down to 2 of us. We made it fair by saying we're going to flip a quarter, 7 attempts. First one to get 4 gets to go play Augusta National. I'm so excited. But this could be an opportunity of a lifetime. It's like going to the moon. Most people are like, well, yeah, people go, but you can't go, I can't go. That's just how I've always thought about Augusta National. So there's an opportunity that I could be striping it down Amon's Corner, going back Magnolia Lane. Me, the guy from Spud Run Golf, the guy from Southern Ohio, could be at Augusta National. All right, let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Hands.